Welcome to Webcast 3, the company records. In this webcast, we're going to be exploring the company record as a central placeholder for all of the activities and people in your client organizations. We'll take a look at 3 or 4 key elements of how you should be using the company record in your CRM system. First, it's an organizer for people that are in the organizations you do business with. Think about all the different individuals that are influencers, product users, direct buyers like in finance, that may be involved in the overall relationship between your organization and theirs. It's critically important that you map out the individuals in that organization, who they are and what their roles are, so that your organization as a whole has business intelligence about the entities that you are doing business with. After all, those entities could become critical customers in the future, which means the revenue coming from them has a significant impact on your bottom line. Most CRM systems will allow you to group the contacts for easy visibility under the central company record. This gives you the opportunity to quickly scan and see one level of the family tree in a glance. Second critical element has to do with the consolidation of the activity of those individuals across the company. Think about it. You have folks that are actually buying the products but are not necessarily using them. There are other people in the organization that are the users and are interacting possibly with your service organization and other parts of your company on a regular basis. One of the benefits of having all the people in the organization that you are doing business with attached to the central company record is that most CRM systems then give you a consolidated view of the overall activities that are taking place among all those individuals across the organization, and you can start to filter down by time and or department and so forth to get a very interesting active view about the performance that's taking place between your organization and theirs. This is really taking a look at your two organizations at work with one another rather than just static information on the screen. So take a good look at the activity capabilities in your CRM to see what kinds of views in a consolidated manner they can offer you to give you really important insight on the day-to-day activities between your organization and your clients. The third critical element is the classification of the organization itself apart from the people and the activities. Take a look at the company. It has a profile. It has a size. It has an industry in which it operates. And usually those industries are the classifications of what the company does as a business to produce revenue, not necessarily the customers that company services and their industries. A lot of people make this mistake by miscalculating or misclassifying a company because it has many customers in a given industry. They classify the organization itself as actually being in that industry, and they're not necessarily. For example, an insurance company that writes insurance for healthcare providers is not necessarily in the healthcare industry. It services the healthcare industry with insurance products. So it's critical for you to understand the organization, its profile, so that when you are looking at it as part of potentially a larger community of organizations, you get an opportunity to see who are we doing business with? What industries are they in? What sizes are the organizations? Do we seem to have a sweet spot of organizations in a particular industry or industries of a particular size? And what are we doing with those organizations? And how can we use that knowledge and information to tell others who are like them or similar to them about the benefits that we as a company have in doing business with other organizations, peers in their community? Another critical element that a lot of CRM users overlook is the ability to map the organization tree. Most CRM systems allow you to connect company records in a parent-child relationship in order to give you a view into a hierarchy. It can be the way that a company is distributed geographically, which could be field offices, is one way. Another way might be holding companies which have ownership across multiple organizations. There's a lot of different ways in which company hierarchies can be demonstrated within a CRM system. The way that you use these has a lot of potential benefit if you know how to leverage the relationships across the family. A good business partner that you have in one particular company might be the door for opening a relationship to another sibling company somewhere across the family tree. Or if there was a particularly difficult client that you've done business with and they're part of a family tree, you may wish to be aware of that in order to potentially mitigate, let's say, bad press moving across the family organization. Take the time to map the relationships between companies in the account hierarchy. There's a lot of important business intelligence uses for this. Finally, another important outcome of the mapping of the hierarchies and the dynamic relationship of the day-to-day work that's being done is the idea of seeing the total portfolio picture in one pane of glass. If we look at this particular shot on the screen, we're seeing that there are a lot of accounts that are in this related portfolio to a parent organization. The other important thing that this CRM system is allowing us to do is then look at the collection of related business opportunities that are collectively underneath that family organization. When you start looking at this as if it were a large singular customer with multiple different branches, you can start putting a value on the total portfolio of companies in that community and make a determination that it might be worthwhile elevating that collection of organizations to a key or a global account status. Some organizations like to craft programs that they can bring to a collective of companies under an umbrella like this in order to get economies of scale if a larger number of the members of the family organization go along with a program. Well, unless you can see that visibly and can be able to calculate what those benefits are, it makes it difficult for you to come up with those programs, which can give you significant competitive advantage in the marketplace by going with a cost savings and better service, global service program to the members. Take the time, put these programs together by using the collective connectivity that you can see in the CRM system.